One evening, after a few drinks, Lekan confesses he never truly got over Ruby. He speaks about his regrets and the mistakes he made. Ruby, moved but cautious, admits she still thinks about him often, but is unsure if she can let go of the past. Ruby and Lekan met in college. Their bond was instant, sparked by a shared passion for literature and philosophy. They spent countless nights debating over books and ideas, falling deeper in love with each conversation. After graduation, Lekan proposed to Ruby during a sunset at their favorite park. Their families celebrated their engagement, and it seemed like they were destined for a lifetime of happiness together. Ruby landed her dream job as an editor at a prestigious publishing house. It meant long hours and frequent travel, but Lekan was supportive. They both believed that love would conquer all challenges. As Ruby's career took off, the couple find themselves spending less time together. The once vibrant conversations became hurried phone calls and brief text messages. Lekan, feeling neglected, started to harbor resentment. Their first major argument erupted over a missed dinner date. Ruby had been caught up in a critical meeting and forgot. Lekan felt hurt and unimportant. Harsh words were exchanged and a rift began to form. In an attempt to mend things, Lekan planned a romantic weekend getaway. It was a temporary fix, providing a brief reprieve from the growing tension. They returned home with promises of better communication. Tragedy struck when Ruby's mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Ruby was devastated and threw herself into caring for her mother, further straining her relationship with Lekan. In a moment of weakness and seeking comfort, Lekan had an affair with a co-worker. Racked with guilt, he confessed to Ruby. She was shattered, feeling betrayed by the person she loved most. Ruby moved out to care for her mother full-time. Unable to face Lekan, they agreed on a trial separation, hoping that time apart would provide clarity and healing. Ruby's mother passed away, plunging her into deep grief. Lekan, filled with remorse and regret, reached out, but Ruby kept him at arm's length, unable to forgive him or herself. Determined to salvage their relationship, they attended couples counseling. The sessions were emotionally draining, revealing wounds and scars they both carried. Progress was slow and painful. After months of counseling, Ruby and Lekan faced a difficult decision. They realized that their love, though deep, was no longer enough to bridge the gap that had been formed. Ruby focused on her career, channeling her pain into her work. Lekan moved to a new city, seeking a fresh start. They occasionally kept in touch, but the connection was never the same. Years later, both Ruby and Lekan looked back on their relationship with mixed emotions. They cherished the good memories, but acknowledged the painful lessons learned. Ruby never fully trusted anyone again. She was always haunted by the betrayer. Lekan struggled with guilt and regret, never finding the same depth of connection with anyone else. Years later, Ruby and Lekan unexpectedly ran into each other at a book signing event. Both are startled but also curious about each other's lives. They decided to catch up over coffee. During their coffee chat, they talked about their careers and personal growth. Ruby shares her latest editing project, and Lekan talks about his work in a non-profit organization. The conversation is polite but tinged with nostalgia and unresolved emotions. After their initial meeting, they begin to meet more frequently. They reminisce about their college days, shared dreams, and the early days of their relationship. Old feelings start to resurface, mixed with the pain of their past. One evening, after a few drinks, Lekan confesses he never truly got over Ruby. He speaks about his regrets and the mistakes he made. Ruby, moved but cautious, admits she still thinks about him often, but is unsure if she can let go of the past. Despite their reservations, Ruby and Lekan decided to give their relationship another try. They approached it slowly, determined to avoid the pitfalls that led to their previous breakup. As they rekindled their relationship, new challenges arise. Ruby's demanding job still requires a lot of her time, and Lekan's work with the non-profit often takes him to remote locations. They struggle to maintain the balance they failed to find before. Ruby finds herself unable to fully trust Lekan, haunted by his past betrayal. Lekan, on the other hand, constantly fears repeating his past mistakes. Their insecurities begin to create tension. A significant argument erupts when Lekan, in an effort to be transparent, admits he has been in touch with the co-worker he had the affair with. Ruby, feeling a rush of old pain, questions whether she can ever truly move past his infidelity. Determined not to give up, they return to couples counseling. This time, the sessions are even more intense as they walk through not just old wounds but also new fears and doubts. In one counseling session, Ruby realized that she has never truly forgiven Lekan or herself. She admits that despite her love for him, she has been using her work as a shield to avoid confronting her pain. They decided to take some time apart again, not as a breakup, but to focus on individual healing. Ruby started therapy to deal with her grief and trust issues, while Lekan joins a support group for people dealing with guilt and regret. After months of personal work, they meet again. This time, they come together with a deeper understanding of themselves and each other. They talk openly about their fears and dreams, realizing they have both changed profoundly. Ruby and Lekan decided to give their relationship one last chance, but with new boundaries and a commitment to maintaining their individual well-being. They approached their relationship with more maturity and patience. Ruby is offered a position abroad, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Lekan, supportive and understanding, encourages her to take it. They agree to a long-distance relationship, vowing to communicate better than before. Despite their best efforts, the long distance proved too challenging. The strain of separation combined with lingering trust issues becomes too much to bear. They mutually agree to end their relationship for good, parting with a bittersweet understanding that sometimes love, no matter how deep, isn't enough to overcome certain obstacles. The story of Ruby and Lekan imparts several profound lessons about relationship. 1. The importance of communication. Consistent, open communication is vital. Neglecting to communicate can lead to misunderstandings and emotional distance. Number 2, balancing priorities. Balancing career and personal relationships is crucial. Neglecting one for the other can strain even the strongest bonds. Number 3, support during difficult times. Supporting your partner through personal tragedies is essential. Emotional presence and support are critical during tough times. Number 4, forgiveness and trust. Trust is the foundation of a relationship. Infidelity can severely damage trust. While forgiveness is possible, rebuilding trust is a long and challenging process, and sometimes, despite efforts, it might not be fully restored. Number 5, individual growth. Personal growth and self-awareness are crucial. Both partners must address their relationships independently to contribute positively to the relationship. Number 6, dealing with resentment. Unresolved resentment can poison a relationship. Addressing and resolving these feelings is necessary for moving forward. Number 7, setting boundaries. Setting and respecting boundaries is essential for maintaining a healthy relationship dynamic. Number 8, managing long-distance relationships. Long-distance relationships require even more effort in communication and trust. They are challenging and demand a strong commitment from both partners. Number 9, professional help. Seeking professional help through counseling can be beneficial, but both partners must be committed to the process for it to be effective. Their stories served as a somber reminder that while love is powerful, it also requires nurturing, effort, and it's sometimes not enough to overcome life's harshest trials.